Mehryn, that was the most plain and boring intro.
Boring.
I loved it. Loved it. It is
I
Friday
my AI
morning.
intro.
You know what that means. It's time for another Selling Microsoft Teams Rooms, Mehryn. Mehryn, this week was an incredible week. I haven't been home. I'm back in the state of New Jersey. And speaking of New Jersey, there is a documentary this weekend coming out on Hulu. Bon Jovi, the first episode is actually New Jersey versus the world, and there is hints that Jimmy Vaughn may be in that documentary. So when you're watching it, go ahead and look at it. But I was in Denver this week, Mehryn, and I want to say I really, really, really had the time of my life at CommsVNext this week. So many people that watch us, Mehryn, so many people that came up, had fun with Michael and I doing Jeopardy while we were there on Teams Rooms. So much learning on Copilot and everything Microsoft from the people that do this every day of the week. It was amazing to shake the hands, to kiss the babies, to do everything that we do out there, Mehryn. Lots of pictures and everything like that. Also, you were out this week as well.
Yeah, I went to AVI Systems National Sales Meeting. Really great to see everybody there. But I wanted to give everybody a heads up. I don't know if you saw, obviously, with the passing of Brad Sousa earlier this year, Avixa created the Brad Sousa Impact Fund about 2 months ago. And they announced this week that they've now raised over $100,000 towards that fund, which is amazing. And they're going to run it through, I think, Infocom. And really just a great cause. So encourage people to donate if they'd like to. Really want to try to drive that number up. But it was exciting. They played a really nice tribute video to him. And it was just great to see everybody there this week.
Awesome. Speaking of excitement, there was a public announcement. 1 million rooms, Mehryn. We have achieved 1 million rooms.
Love it.
So what does this mean, Mehryn? If we think about this, all the analysts, everybody says, there's only 10% of video coverage inside of meeting rooms itself. What does that mean, Mehryn? We've got a long way to go. Now, this is a great milestone, and congratulations to you, me, everybody in this community, and every customer who has deployed Teams Rooms, because this is an incredible number. I'm so happy to see, we talk about it all the times. You can't talk about Microsoft Teams Rooms without Microsoft Teams, and we're seeing the adoption because the best solution for your meeting room, bar none, if you are a Teams customer, is Microsoft Teams Rooms.
Yeah, we were waiting for that milestone for a long time, and it's always great to get a highlight in an earnings release for all up Microsoft. So congrats to this community. Hats off.
Congrats. And speaking of the roadmap, guess what those million customers get today, Mehryn? They get a new firmware. Microsoft Teams Rooms on Windows released a new firmware, and this has a large amount of things inside of it, including, Mehryn, this is new Teams. Now, you will not see a difference from the front view of this and everything else, but you are getting new Teams. What does this mean? This means that we will be able to actually start to deploy and adopt features much quicker than we have in the past, because new Teams is where everything is. It's got zero-touch deployment. We've got 4K display scaling on Teams Rooms on Windows, improvements with the Joint ID, all of the different things that are in here, but it's a huge update. It should be in Pro Portal this afternoon as well.
Love it. Very exciting. 5 is my favorite number. We've been waiting for that one for a long time. So
5 is a major one. And speaking of the Pro Portal, Mehryn, they also rolled out a new feature this week to be able to remotely view the console that sits on the table from the Pro Portal. This is a big step. Now, this is on Teams Rooms on Windows. They are working on the Android side, but another step for all of those that see the value with the Teams Room Pro license, being able to see it out there. Mehryn, there was this blog post. There's a couple blog posts out there. We get it all the time on the technical side. Hey, I've got multiple tenants. I might have merged or acquired another company. I got these two different things. How do I actually do my Teams Rooms? Well, there's new capabilities with multi-tenant organizations out there, and there's a couple new blog posts that are out there as well. So if you're on the tech side or a partner, make sure that you're covering all the latest inside of there. Also, there was
more and more. I was going to say multi-tenant is happening more and more in the government, but also it's just a lot of acquisition. So that was like all these things that were like super high on the list on the roadmap are just getting checked off one by one. Super exciting.
One by one. And this infographic came up a day in the smart workplace. Remember, we talk about it all the time. You cannot do Microsoft Teams without Microsoft Teams. It is the best solution for when you go and you have a shared space that you need to outfit. So make sure to look at that. Our friends at Cisco also put this out, Mehryn. These are actual room designs that they have for Microsoft Teams rooms where you can do small all the way up to large rooms, obviously using the Cisco devices, but they include everything. Great to see Cisco come on board. There's an event that we're going to do with CDW. I'll talk about it in a little while, but we are getting customers that are going, I cannot believe that Cisco and Microsoft are working together. And by showing them what you can do, it's great to see. Mehryn, have you gotten your badge yet?
I have. Yes, I have.
Then you might have encountered this question. What is the key feature for Microsoft Teams rooms that appeal to customers concerned about security? Now, security is one of the pillars of Microsoft Teams rooms that we say, okay, you're going to have a shared space. We need to make sure that you're securing all your documents, all of your data inside of that room itself. Is it end-to-end encryption? Is it public chat rooms? You know, chat is shown on the Teams room systems. Is it anonymous user profiles? Now, we know that the Skype user is inside of the Microsoft Teams rooms, or is it open access to meeting links? Obviously, the answer is, Mehryn, end-to-end encryption. End-to-end encryption is both on Teams rooms on Windows and Teams rooms on Android. That is the right one. Hopefully, if you are in progress getting your Microsoft Teams room badge, you can use this answer to go ahead and complete your solution. Once you do get your badge, please post it on LinkedIn so everybody can see you're part of the cool club like Mehryn and I. Mehryn, there was another blog post about Prompt Like a Pro, get decisions faster in Teams. This is a great thing for our users that are learning Copilot. Did you see it down at AVI Systems this week? I always get the question, how are you using Copilot? And I actually give examples of exactly how I'm doing it. It helps all of us talk together.
Yeah.
We're partners, Mehryn.
Partner. And I think we talked about this maybe a week or two ago. When we get into this time of year, there's a lot of programmatic changes, things like different workloads and way to get advanced acceleration. You can get notification, you can get badges. So all that's starting to change. If you want to get ahead of the curve and learn where you can get those with our Microsoft AI Cloud Partner Program, there's been a lot of new updates. So go ahead and check it out.
And speaking of AI, it is time for everybody's favorite segment of the week. It is time for the AI prompt of the week. Again, if you are using Copilot, this is to inspire you, to help you along the way. If you want the prompt that is available, why don't we go ahead and see what Michelle came up with this week? Michael, go ahead and roll the clip.
What's going on, and welcome to a new episode of Copilot Prompt of the Week. This week we're going to step away from graph grounded Copilot and we're going to jump into one of my favorite Microsoft apps, Microsoft Loop. Now in Loop, we're working together with a team to create a guide on how to deploy Microsoft Teams. And for that, we're going to need the PowerShell module for Microsoft Teams. So let's see if Copilot in Loop can help us to write that guide. So in Loop, we're going to hit /, then we're going to select Copilot. And in this field right here, we're going to ask Copilot to create a guide to install the Microsoft Teams PowerShell module and also add the code. And as you can see, it is writing the guide for us. Now what's great about Microsoft Loop is that it also has these code blocks. So it's easy to copy the code with one click of a button and then paste it straight into PowerShell. That's the Copilot prompt of the week. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to like and subscribe, and we'll see you again next week.
That was cool.
Mehryn, not only writing the code, but actually telling you where to get it and go through it. I love Microsoft Loop. I'm starting to learn Microsoft Loop like a lot of people here, and I'm starting to work that into my everyday life. Great to see it. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Teams Are in Tech Talk, so you can see it. Mehryn, on the roadmap this week, there was a message center update that came in about creating and managing Teams Room resource accounts. Now, you know, on Microsoft Teams Rooms, there are resource accounts that are on the back end. Make sure to keep up to date with this message center. There is important information in there as well. Now, you and I were both on the road, but we're going back on the road in June. There is an in-person element to this boot camp, Mehryn. I don't know how many times we've actually said it, but I'm told that that is a public thing that we can say now, that there is an in-person element. I want to thank everybody that got their technical and sales badges. Those are the people that actually got the email. Again, there is value in getting your badges, making sure that we know that you got your badges so we can invite you to these things, Mehryn.
Yeah, if you're interested in the in-person, just reach out to your Microsoft sales representative or us, and we can get you that info. But We are I think, north of 1,000 people already, inclusive of a hybrid and in person. So make sure you don't miss out. It's 3 days, so you got to block your calendar. Make sure you do not miss it. And we're trying to get our certification done so that you can complete the test like right away. So no promises there, but it's something that we're working towards, and a really, really exciting agenda. I know that the entire team here is hard at work to make that a really cool event. So
yeah, we're going to do a whole bunch of stuff special for everybody that comes out in person and joins us live and also remote. Mehryn, the week before that, we are at Infocom. I am doing on the technology innovation stage a speech about the trend forecast and enterprise IT. Make sure to sign up for this or put this in your schedule. Schedules for Infocom are starting to come out now. Also, Mehryn, the week of May 14th, on Tuesday, May 14th, I'll be joining our friends at Cisco with CDW so that we can show you exactly how Microsoft Teams rooms and Cisco equipment can do things for your customers in their shared spaces. Now, Mehryn, Microsoft Build is also open. I was surprised by this morning. You can sign up. You can start to look for your speakers. You can start to do everything. It is in person and remote as well. I'm thinking that we have a trend here, Mehryn, that we want to start seeing this. I'm tired from traveling. I'm so happy to be back in Jersey this week, man.
I know. Take a little bit of break. We're going to be busy in June, so take a breather.
We're going to be busy. Right after this, following this is Teams Friday with our friends Michael Tressler and Martin Bowman. They will be talking to Lee Edgerton. I'm told you have to see the first 3 minutes of this. Michael came on and said, make sure to plug them that they're there early on. Mehryn, for all the links that you saw today, smtr.show. Our friend Tom Arbanoff will have those up quickly. I want to thank everybody out there for an amazing week. Like I said, Denver was so awesome to be out there. If you did not go this year, make sure that you're looking at Commsverse and CommsVNext. These are community shows where you learn from the best of the best, Mehryn. I'm happy to be back in Jersey, Mehryn. I hope you're happy to be home. I hope everybody out there is happy about the 1 million room mark that we set, but it is just beginning. We've still got a lot more to do. I want to thank Michael. I want to thank Michelle. I want to thank Tom. I want to thank Mehryn. I want to thank the entire community that's out there. Thank you, everybody, for helping us and supporting us every single week. With that, I'll say have a great weekend, and we'll see everybody next week. Michael, let's get out of here.
Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe.